Hey children, welcome once again to our English daily teaching class. So children, hope you remember in the previous class we have already completed the part 1 of your lesson A Hero. So today we will complete the second part of this particular lesson A Hero. So children, before that you just please look at your screen. The summary that I gave you on a screen. The story opens with Swami's father reading a newspaper at night. He calls Swami and tells him a story of a boy who saves himself from a tiger. The boy climbed up a tree and waited for almost half a day. Then people came and killed the tiger. Swami is doubtful how could a boy fight with a tiger. His father tells that it is possible. One must have a courage, then strength and age. Swami now gets a challenge from his father to sleep alone in his office room. Okay? But Swami always sleeps beside his grandma. It is not his habit to sleep alone. Swami is scared because he has got a fearful challenge. However, Swami tries to divert the discussion. He tells his father that his club is going to buy new bats and balls. But his father is steady in his decision and order him to do it. Swami requests his father that he will sleep alone from the next month. His father is now angry with him and rebukes for sleeping beside his grandma and mother like a baby. So children, these are the summary from your part 1 that what happened in that part you have already read. So now let's start the next part. So please children, let me read aloud the paragraph. Swami's father sat gazing gloomily at the newspaper on his lap. Swami prayed that his father might lift the newspaper once again to his face so that he might slip away to his bed and fall asleep before he could be called again. As if in answer to his prayer, father rustled the newspaper and held it up before his face. And Swami rose silently and tiptoed away to his bed in the passage. Granny was sitting up in her bed and remarked, "Boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Don't you want to hear a story?" Swami made wild gesticulations to silence his granny, but that good lady saw nothing. So Swami threw himself on his bed and pulled the blanket over his face. So children, the paragraph, here are some new words for you. I have collected, you please have a look. Gazing, it means looking steadily without blinking eyelids. The next word is tiptoed, walked on the front part of a foot with the heels off the ground. Then gloomily, depressingly or getting irritated. Okay, rustle means moved or rubbed together. Then the next word is your gesticulations. It means motion or you can say movement of your hand and arms to express the feelings and ideas. Okay children. So what happened? You see, Swami's father sat gazing gloomily at the newspaper on his lap. You see here that how his father is just very minutely reading, but gloomily. What do you mean by gloomily? I said very what? Your unsatisfaction, kind of irritation you can see. Okay, gazing means looking still without blinking eyelids. So here what happened that Swami thought that right now father is reading newspaper, so definitely I must take the chance of this situation. I must run to my bed and कौन करिबी मु सोई पड़िबी. बापा मते देखिबा पूर्वरु मु कमल घोड़ेकी कौन करिबी सोई पड़िबी. So Jimti, as if in answer to his prayer, father rustled the newspaper, held it up before his face. Okay, rustle means I said that rubbed. ओके जमती तुमर सुखिला पत्र साउंड हेबा जमती झरझर साउंड हेबा सेमती भाबरे न्यूज पेपर को खड़खड़ करिके बापा कौन कले प्रकृत रे जस्ट लाइक द फादर दैट हिज प्रेयर इज एक्सेप्टेड बाय चांस Okay, so newspaper kon kale that held it up before his face. Swami rose silently and tiptoed. What do you mean by tiptoed, children? धीरे धीरे तुम्हार आगो पादर देखिए चुप चुप है कि कौन कला से that away to his bed in the passage. Granny was there from the before sitting up in her bed. As usually, Granny was thinking that अरे आज कौन ये जल्दी पड़े ऐसे जी? And remarked, boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Don't you want to hear a story? Because that from this line we got the idea that every night Granny used to tell him a story before sleeping. ओके सो से दिन किंतु कौन है से जल्दी से बापा लुचि कर खसी जाकि कौन करना जल्दी से कमल घोड़ी शोई पड़ी. सो ग्रानी वाज सिटिंग अप इन हर बेड एंड रिमार्क्ड एंड सेड दैट बॉय आर यू ऑलरेडी फीलिंग स्लीपी डोंट यू वांट टू हियर अ स्टोरी टुडे. Swami made a wild gesticulations. What do you mean by gesticulation, children? Just showing the indication. Oh, no. Please don't talk to me. Yes or no? This is called your gesticulation. जेतल तुम्हारे पार्टी धीरे धीरे करिकी that from your hand and arms तुम्हारे the indication पिला मैंने देखांती ना. This is called your gesticulation. Okay, so you can say it is wild gesticulation. For what? To silence as a granny. But that good lady saw nothing because granny that was so light was dim that he noticed nothing. So Swami threw himself on his bed and pulled the blanket over his face. Okay, children. So that means that से चाहूला तार ग्रानी को जनाऊँगी कौन that please granny don't don't try to wake me up, otherwise father will know and definitely he will grab me to that office room. Okay, so next you please see here in this picture, it will be more easy to you children to understand the paragraph. Swami see how that tiptoed away to his bed, and here Swami's father gazing at the newspaper. Why father was dissatisfied? Because पिलानु तुम्हारा मन थी मैं कहती that से ताकू कहती that you are in the second form but still what you are going to your granny. So Swami's gesticulation to his granny. See in the picture you can also recognize how the granny is showing his hand and arm that please don't disturb me granny, don't call me granny, otherwise father will come here and take me to the office room. Okay, so next paragraph children chala diba dekhiba. Granny said, don't cover your face, are you really very sleepy? Swami leaned over and whispered, please shut up granny, don't talk to me and don't let anyone call me even if the house is on fire. If I don't sleep at once, I shall perhaps die. He turned over and called and snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. Okay, then father was standing over him. Swami, get up, he said. He looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage, which was dimly lit up by light reaching there from the hall lamp. Swami stirred and groaned as if in sleep. Father said, get up, Swami. Granny pleaded, why do you disturb him? Okay, so here also some word notes I have collected for you. Standing over means to to supervise or watch closely. Apparition, you can say a ghost like figure. Okay, you just see that granny said that don't cover your face. That time what happened? Se kon korichi tha bapan ko luchiki her father was his father was what rustling the newspaper, and that time he got the situation that he got the chance to what that to go away to that his bedroom and to sleep along with your granny. But granny said don't cover your face, kamala gode ki se soi padichi na. So granny taku kahuchanti are it's very difficult to breathe na under your blanket, so don't cover your face, are you really very sleepy? You are not ready to listen a story. Swami leaned over and whispered, please shut up granny. Children, you please mark here, shut up in the sense that not to in a rude manner. Okay, here just want to shut up means just want to silence, his granny that please granny party chup kariki tu kichhi bhi mate kahona and don't let anyone call me even if the house is on fire. That means jodi ghare bhi jali jao but please don't wake me up, I don't want to go to that office room, I'm really feeling very scary. Okay, so he returned over, curled एकदम कौन कला गुंजी गंजी होइकी ता भितरे कमल भितरे पसिगला एंड snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. What happened then children? ना से तो सोई तो गला ग्रानी को साइलेंस भी करी देला बट ग्रानी जानी पारिले नहीं बट कौन हैला दैट ब्लैंकेट जणिके टाणीला भली मने हैला. Okay, then father was standing over him. Swami, get up, he said. He looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage. पिलाମାନେ you just think yourself. ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆଖି ଚୁପ ଚୁପ କରି ବନ୍ଦ କରି ଦେଖୁଥିବ ସାମ୍ନାରେ ଗୋଟେ ମଣିଷ that you can't see, it is not visualizing clearly, but you are knowing that someone is standing there. So apparition means like a ghost-like figure. Okay, in the semi-darkness, because I told you from the before that the light was very dim, which was dimly lit up by light reaching there from the hall lamp. Swami stirred and groaned. You know what even by groan? जेमती पूरा निदर सोई गला पर आमे कौन करू like this माने that I am just in a deep sleep, don't disturb me. Okay, like this. So see कौन भावितला that seeing this situation, seeing this same, that definitely your father will left him and will not want him to go to that office room. So Swami stirred and groaned as if in sleep. Father said, get up Swami. Again Granny pleaded here. Granny want to make him understand his father. Why do you disturb him? ओके जनरली आम घर मानक हुए ना पिला जेजेमा कौन करती पुओ झील मानक कवर अप करते दोष सब घोड़े नि. ओके सो देन कौन है देखो get up Swami, he said for the fourth time, and Swami got up. Father rolled up his bed and took it under his arm and said, come with me. Swami looked at Granny, hesitated for a moment and followed his father into the office room. कौन है पिला मैं तुम बुझी पार दैट अगेन फॉर द थर्ड टाइम फोर्थ टाइम कौन कहला स्वामीर बापा जे कौन कहले दैट गेट अप स्वामी. ओके एंड स्वामी गॉट अप बाध्य है कि स्वामी कौन है गॉट अप एंड जस्ट व्हाट विदाउट एनी माने एक्सक्यूजेस फादर ताकू कौन कले बाध्य कले कि नहीं तू मो संगे चल. सो व्हाट डिड ही डू? फादर रोल्ड अप हिज बेड and took it under his arm and said, come with me Swami. Then what happened? Swami looked at his granny, hesitated for a moment and followed his father into the office room. Se bhabitala hue to granny ra kotha suni bapa kale rahi jibe, but not possible. Then on the way he threw a look of appeal at his mother and said, why do you take him to the office room? He can sleep in the hall, I think. I don't think so, father said, and Swami walked behind him slowly with a bowed head. Okay, on the way what happened? He threw a look up. appeal means पिला माने गोटे रिक्वेस्टिंग मैनर अनेले कहा को तार माँ को से अनेला कि स्वामी at his mother, and that time also mother wanted to protect him. How? She said that why do you take him to the office room? He can sleep also in the hall, na? Okay, but father was stubborn. Father was completely fixed in his decision that no, that day or that night Swami definitely will go to the office room and he will sleep alone in that darkness. Okay, so I don't think so. Who said? Father said, and Swami walked behind him slowly with a bowed head. Mundo nuai nuai ati dukhare se kaun kala that he was following his father. So next paragraph you see children, let me sleep in the hall father, Swami pleaded. Your office room is very dusty and there may be scorpions behind the law books. There are no scorpions, little fellow. Sleep on the bench if you like. Can I have a lamp burning in the room? No. You must learn not to be afraid of darkness. It is only a question of a habit. You must cultivate good habits. Okay. Will you at least leave the door open? Who said? Your Swami. All right, but promise you will not roll up your bed and go to your granny's side at night. If you do it, mind you, I will make you the laughing stock of your school. Okay, children? Here only one word is there, laughing stock. What does it mean? An object of a scornful laughter. So, children, let me sleep in the hall, father. Okay, who said? Swami said. So, here in this situation, Swami again creating many kinds of excuses, pleading, begging, what? That your office room is a very dusty. Baba, I cannot sleep in that office room. And maybe scorpions behind the law book. Scorpions, you know that from your spider family you can call in Odia bicha. Okay, Jeki, a very poisonous sting taro thai. So there are no scorpions, little fellow. If you want to sleep, then you can sleep also on the bench if you like. Then again Swami pleaded, please father, can I have a lamp burning in the room? ସେଟା ବି ତାଙ୍କ ବାପା ମନା କଲେ no, you must learn not to be afraid of darkness. Okay, so simple article ପିଲାମାନେ ମନେ ରଖ ଯେ ଗୋଟେ simple news article ରୁ ତାଙ୍କ ବାପା ଯେ କି ନିଜେ inspire ହେଇଛନ୍ତି and that wanted to inspire also his child. Okay, that to sleep with a lot of courage, without any light, okay, and alone in that office room. So now what happened? Now you must learn not to be afraid of a darkness. It is only a question of a habit. Okay, you just cultivate your habit. You have to inculcate the proper habit because you are now in the second form. You are grown up child. Okay, so you must cultivate the good habits. Then what happened? So will you at least leave the door open? Again Swami request Karichitara Bapangu Kona that at least you please leave the door open. That means father again mentioning his view. But promise me, I will leave the door open. But you promise me that you will not go to your granny's side in the middle of your night. Yes or no? Okay. If you do it, you please mind it. I will make you the laughing stock of your school. That everyone in your class, in your school will make you fun. ओके राजी तो अबे मन रखिता जदि तू राति अधर उठी की तोर ग्रानी साइड रे जाके सोई जीव दैट बाय रोलिंग अप योर बेड देन डेफिनेटली नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग आई विल what I will make you like a laughing stock of your school. समस्त तो सांग साथी मन तते चिड़ेबे that you are a very coward person. You are a very coward boy. Okay? Then what happens? See, Swami excuses to escape the challenges. You please see the at your screen that I have already mentioned some point that will be easy for you to understand the story. So first, Swami pleaded to sleep in the hall. So question may come, पिलामने तो मैंने question भी add कर दे पा रही हूँ that what are the excuses were there to escape the challenge that given by his father? Yes or no? So Swami pleaded to sleep in the hall. Swami gave many excuses that office room was a dusty. Dusty means बहुत धूली है ची मु सोई परिवनी बाबा. The scorpion may live there. बिच्छा छंती मते कामुड़ी देबे मु जमा जीवेनी. The room was a dark. There is a कोड बहुत ही अंधार अछि मु जमा सोईबिनी. And then to have a lamp burning in the room. Okay, so these are the excuses. Swami felt cut off from humanity. He was pained and angry. He didn't like the strain of cruelty he saw in his father's nature. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger's story. He wished that the tiger had not spared the boy, who didn't appear to be a boy after all but a monster. Okay, here one word is there, children, strain of a cruelty, which means that sign of a rudeness. So here what happened? Swami felt cut off from humanity, that he is feeling that I just alone, I'm alone in this whole world. No one is listening to me. No mother, no granny, no one is ready to listen to me. No one can protect me. I don't want to sleep in that office room because Swami was really a very coward boy. Okay, he was a very scared of that situation, that what will happen if I will sleep alone in that office room. Mu to mari hi jibi. Yes or no? So he was pained and angry also. Kaha par rago karibo se ta bapam kichu koi bi paruni, and that matter pained him a lot. Then he didn't like the strain of a cruelty. Okay, strain of cruelty means sign of a rudeness, that he's thinking, why is my father's behaving like this so rudely in a very unkind manner, you can say. He saw in his father's nature. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger story. He wished that the tiger hadn't spared. Okay? The tiger hadn't spared. That he wished that the tiger hadn't spared the boy, who didn't appear to be a boy after all but a monster. Se kon कहूतला कि ताको खाई देथा कि बाघो की. But काहेकि? Because for that news article only, पिलामन, the entire stories depend upon this one thing. What is that? The news article. Okay, mane that time that jadi say unless and until that father will not read that newspaper, ete sara challenges, excuses will not be taking place. So it is all happening for that boy jahara story se newspaper re bahari thila. So who didn't appear to be a boy for Swami, rather what, but a monster. Okay children, so I think you have understood this paragraph. So now children, I hope that you have understood the whole story. That means your part 2 of your this chapter, and definitely the comprehension questions I have collected for you, I have prepared for you, and definitely this will going to help you to what, brush up your memory and your knowledge, and it will help you to remind the story perfectly, so that in examination if you will be able to understand the story, then any question will come, you can attain. So let me first read out the questions. Number 1, when did Swami tiptoe away to his bed in the passage? Answer, you see, Swami tiptoed away to his bed in the passage when his father held the newspaper up before his face. मन अच्छे पिला माने जैसे कि केते बेले ना चुप चुप हेकी जाउथला तार पैसेज पाखर थिबा तार ग्रानी रो बेडरूम रे सोए पे, दैट व्हेन हिज फादर हेल्ड द न्यूज़पेपर अप बिफोर हिज फेस, से भाबितिला दैट न्यूज़पेपर आखि आगे रखि देले, डेफिनेटली स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली दैट ग्रानी व्हाट योर स्वामी विल गो अवे फ्रॉम दैट प्लेस एंड चुपके से सोई पड़बे इन दैट बेडरूम ऑफ योर ग्रानी. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, यू सी, व्हाई डिड स्वामी मेक वाइल्ड gesticulations? that I have listed in that glossary. What do you mean by gesticulation? Showing indication, okay, by your hand and arms. Swami made wild gesticulation to silence his grandmother. Okay, second kala, please shut up granny, don't try to wake me up, otherwise what, father will come here and grab me to that bedroom. Okay, house mane may the house will be on the fire, ghar pache jali jao, je bhi jaha bhi ho, whatever happens, please don't call me, don't wake me up. Okay, se pretend korthula soibare kon korthula, say that acting korthula that yes I am in deep sleep. Okay, next, what did father look like in the semi-darkness of the passage? Answer, Swami's father looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage. Okay, Swami's father was standing over there na jetale se asita ko dakila ki you please Swami get up and come with me, you have to sleep in that office room. Okay, granny was there. Mana achne pila mane? Yes. So, Swami's father looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage. Then next question, why do you think Swami looked at his granny and mother when his father asked him to sleep in the office? Okay, in that paragraph I told you that he was giving look like appealing his mother and granny that please protect me. Okay, please stop father, anybody please from you that stop father, make him understand that Swami doesn't want to go to what, that bedroom, so that office room. So why do you think that Swami looked at his granny and mother? He looked at his mother and granny with the hope that they would save him and protect him from sleeping alone. काले मच्छी जीव से ताकू काले तार ग्रानी और मदर मैं ताकू प्रोटेक्ट कर देवे कि नहीं ठीक अच्छे ताकू छाड़ी दे से आज सोइबो नहीं. Okay, for that only Swami looked at his granny and mother when his father asked him to sleep in the office. Then go to next question. Question is that, what did Swami tell his father about his office room? Answer, Swami told his father that his office room was very dusty and there might be scorpions behind his law books. Okay, these are the excuses. I hope you remembered. Yes or no? So many excuses. Yes or no, pila mane bahut sara se excuses au bahana korichi that to save himself not to sleep in that office room. So this one is what Swami told his father that his office room was very dusty. I cannot sleep. There might be scorpions behind his law books. Okay. So next question, you please see, why didn't father allow Swami to burn a lamp in the office room? Father did not allow Swami to burn a lamp in the office room because he wanted that Swami must learn not to be afraid of darkness. Okay, andhara ko not dari, that with courage how could he should sleep in that office room alone. Sei taku kon korthile ta pakare cultivate kariya pai chahuthile that particular that human quality of courage. So father didn't allow Swami to burn a lamp in the office room because he wanted that Swami must learn not to be afraid of darkness. Okay, children, go to next question. What did father ask Swami to cultivate? Yes, Pilamani, you please just to see your textbook if you are having in your hand. Father asked Swami to cultivate what? Good habits. Okay, next question. What would have father done if a Swami had gone to Granny's side at night? Pilamani mane pakao. If Swami had gone to Granny's side, father would have made him the laughing stock of his school, that each and every student, each and every one of his friend will make him fun. Okay, like a laughing object, like your scornful laughter you can say also. Okay, children. So next question you see. What didn't Swami like in his father's nature? Answer. Swami didn't like the strain of cruelty. Okay, cruelty means the kind of rudeness, the activity, the attitude, okay, you can say in his father's nature. Because father कौन पूरा एकदम से challenge to plain command रे परिवर्तन हेगला that yes, no, Swami, you have to sleep in that office room. I will not listen anything from you. No excuses. It will be acceptable. Yes or no? So Swami didn't like the strain of cruelty in his father's nature. Then last question, Pilaman dekho. What did Swami wish about the boy? Answer. Swami wished that the tiger hadn't spared the boy, as he thought the boy to have been a monster. I have already explained, Pilamane, that only for there's a news article, that the article about that boy, okay, made all the mishappenings for Swami. He is thinking that so children, these questions I have collected for you. You please write down all the answer and please prepare yourself very good manner. Okay. Now next time Pilamane, definitely again we will meet that in the third part. Phone taro hero chapter next kon heiche ame definitely janiba au dekhiba. Till then, goodbye.